Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time since I've seen you guys. It's been a long time since I've sat down and filmed in front of my camera. Yeah, it's just been a long time. So I'm here today because I wanted to do a video talking about how you can actually get into teaching, because so many of you have been asking me about that. If you have been away and you haven't been following me on Snapchat or Instagram, then I'll quickly catch you up on what's been going on. So as of the 3rd of September, I've been working in a school as a teacher, and yeah, that's pretty much why I also haven't been posting much, because the job is really like strangling me right now. That's what I've been up to, working in a school, and a lot of you have actually taken interest into how you could get into teaching, and that like makes me very happy, because I feel like more of us need to get into teaching, especially us young black individuals. If you are interested in getting into teaching, then this is the video for you, because I'm about to tell you a lot of stuff and maybe a few things that you can expect on your training year. Before we even get into the video, I think I need to announce this hair that I have on my head. This is Asteria. I can't say the name. Asteria hair, yes. And this is a closure, 20-inch closure with 3 20-inch bundles. I thought it was appropriate for me to wear this wig today whilst I do this video, because this is my work wig. Yes, it's my work wig. It's the wig that I've been rocking for 3 weeks now. And like it makes my life so much more easier. Wow, yes, it makes my life so much more easier. I straighten it on a Sunday night, then I take it off on a Monday, and I don't need to straighten it again until the next Sunday. That is what you need in a work wig. You need a wig that's low maintenance. You need hair that will stay straight once you've straightened it, and that's this hair. And obviously I was gonna straighten it in front of you guys, but like, it's Friday afternoon now that I'm filming this video, so this is what the hair's been through the whole week. And look, we've got a few kinks there. I don't know if you saw it. It's not bone straight, but I think it's done well for a hair that's only touched the straighteners once this week. So yeah, I just like it because it's a nice cute work wig. I could put it on, take it off, stay sleek. This is actually the body wave texture, and I've straightened it to stay like this, which also should tell you a lot about the hair quality, because if it's body wave and I straightened it on a Sunday and it's still straight on a Friday afternoon, even after the sweating that I do in the school, then it tells you a lot. So I'm going to leave the link in the description bar below so you guys can check out their store and get to grips with the hair. But me personally, I've heard a lot of great things about Asteria hair, and now that I've actually tried it myself, I can vouch for every other YouTuber that has spoken about this hair. It's a good one. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, because I don't know what you're waiting for, and we're almost on 20k. I think I haven't, no, we're more or less there. We're more or less there. We're almost at 20k, and I'd appreciate it if you just subscribe to the channel, join the family. Don't forget to like and share this video with anyone you think might be interested in working in the sector of education. So, with no further ado, let's get into the video now. I'm not gonna go too much into like the background of me deciding to become a teacher, but just know that by the time I had quit accounting and finance and decided to do politics, I knew I was going to become a teacher. Like, that was the plan. And I only studied politics because I enjoyed like the study of politics itself. So I initially was going to go and do Teach First, and Teach First was amazing for me. In my mind, it was amazing because I could have got a PGCE, which is a postgraduate certificate of education, and this is the diploma or the qualification you need to actually teach. Yeah, and they pay for it for you, and at the same time you're working, so you also get paid as staff. So that was very appealing to me, and I had a lot of Teach First ambassadors at my university. So every time that they would have talks, sorry if you can hear screaming in the background, that's because like the kids in the neighborhood are enjoying their Friday night. Yeah, so every time Teach First came to my university, I told myself, yeah, okay, like I'm definitely interested. I'm going to go get into teaching via Teach First. Like, I don't have to pay for it, and it's amazing, and this and that and this and that. So I'd already decided that. To prepare myself for that, I actually started looking into how I could become a part of Teach First without actually, you know, becoming a teacher first. So what I did was I became a brand ambassador for the University of Kent, but yeah, I didn't follow through with the role. So I applied, I got the job, but yeah, just like I said, I just didn't follow through with it because of my own like personal issues. So I didn't become a brand ambassador, but the brand ambassador would have been a good thing if I wanted to get into Teach First, because it meant that they fast track your application when it's time for you to actually apply for the leadership program, which is what the program is called. So after that year, I then went away and, you know, did my summer, and they also told me that I can apply a year in advance, so I didn't have to wait until final year to apply. So I applied for Teach First now, and long story short, I didn't get it. So I didn't get past round 1, so I was just like, okay, this is not for me then, it's alright, we'll find a new way to get there. I knew at this point, Teach First, maybe it's not for me, maybe that's not what God wants me to do, and I was at peace with it. But I also knew that there were other ways into it, especially because there's a big deficit in people applying to become teachers. The government was really pushing the route into teaching. They were really like throwing it in your face, especially at my university. So I signed up to the website that I'm going to put here, and this website gives you all the information you need to know to become a teacher within the UK. And it gives you an idea of all of the routes that you could go down in order to become a teacher. So I'm going to tell you about my particular route. I had decided that for me, the best thing for me to do was be in a school whilst also trying to get my PGCE and QTS. I'll put all these acronyms at the side. If it's not making sense to you, I'll put them all along here. So I had already decided that I wanted to be in a school, and I wanted to get the PGCE and the QTS, but I needed to be in the school at the same time. So everything that I was learning about the pedagogy and about the theory of teaching, I needed to be able to put that into practice at the same time, because I knew I didn't want to go to university and sit in the lecture room for another year just to get the PGCE and then come out and then have to recall all of that information and put it in the classroom. Why not do it at the same time? And obviously that would be different for all of you. Some of you will decide that, yeah, you want to go to university and do it that way, fine. Some of you will decide that you want to do it my way, also fine. My route is called Schools Direct. It's called the Schools Direct route, so put that in your head, Schools Direct. And I went to a roadshow because .gov always do road shows about how to get into teaching. And honestly, if you're thinking about getting into teaching and you know you have all these amazing questions and you really want the answer to them, I suggest you go to a road show. Yeah, they host them all the time in London, Birmingham and Manchester, I think. So wherever you are in the country, there will always be a road show at least close by to you that you could go and look at. And the road show is amazing because they have all of these providers that actually provide the Schools Direct courses. I'll get into that in a minute. They have all these providers and you're able to actually talk to these providers, and once you talk to these providers, you can get an idea of where you actually, who you want to do your PGCE with, or who you want to gain QTS with, yeah? So I went to my roadshow. After I had signed up to the .gov website, I went to my roadshow, which was in London, and it was really cool because I got to meet all of these universities like UCL, I got to meet providers like Harris, I got to meet other providers like R. Now, these are all providers, people that offer you the Schools Direct route, and some of them will be located within, you know, central London, some of them will be located in North London or different parts of London and different parts of the country, especially depending where your roadshow is. So if you have a roadshow in Manchester, you're more likely to find providers that offer a Schools Direct course or a PGCE course within like Manchester. So bear that in mind when you're thinking about what roadshow you want to go to. So I went to my roadshow and I met all of these lovely providers, and you get brochures and you get a nice little talk by someone on like the .gov team on how to make the most of your application. Now, your application is just as important because for those of you who are at university, you will obviously find this application process very similar because it's on UCAS, very familiar, there we go, because it's on UCAS. So it's nothing different to what you already know. So you apply for your course on UCAS, and it's free now to apply for your teacher course. When I did it, it was £23, but they've literally just overturned that and decided that, yeah, we'll allow people to apply for free. So that's good. You can save a coin. You don't need to pay. Oh Lord, that burnt me. You don't have to pay for your application, which is amazing because, like I said, if there's a deficit within teaching, I think we need to be encouraging people to actually apply rather than like creating boundaries for them. And it's really good because whenever you decide to do a priority subject, guys, do I really need to straighten this hair? You can already see how sleek this side is. I feel like I've just run the straighteners through it so effortlessly, no issue. And you know, normally when I straighten hair, I normally have to use that little comb, but not this time. I don't have to do that with this hair. I don't mind it like that. So I'm not gonna straighten this side because that would be silly of me. Probably just straighten the front actually. So I think, yeah, when you're doing a priority subject, priority subjects are subjects that are important for the curriculum and important to our societal future. So these subjects include English, maths, the sciences, and IT. They're priority subjects. So any of you that are actually doing these subjects, that are thinking of doing these subjects at secondary school level, then just know that you'll have an advisor. The .gov website actually provides you with an advisor who will help you with your application and check in on you and make sure that you're in the best place possible to get an offer. So when you're applying on UCAS, especially now that you've gone to the roadshow and you've had a good idea of all these schools direct providers, you can actually search for their courses on UCAS. You can read a bit more about them. You can read about the requirements, the entry requirements. You can read about what the course entails. You can read about where the course is taking place. You can read about all of these things once you're on UCAS, once you've signed up. So I know applications open for the 26th of October and they close fairly late in the academic year, but my advice is to apply as soon as possible. The day that the application's opened is the day that I submitted my application because I had been working on my application since September. So you have to do the usual stuff like write a personal statement. If you have an advisor, then this is good because your advisor will actually look over your personal statement and get you to change certain things. Those of you that are still in the run-up thinking about whether you want to become a teacher or not, I think it's important that you go and observe some secondary school lessons and have a look at, you know, how is the classroom environment looking now, especially now if you've been out of school and you're in university now. I haven't been in the classroom for the past few years, especially now that the syllabus has changed. I would suggest you go back to school, see how your teachers are teaching, see how they're managing behavior, see how they are looking. Have a look at how they're delivering their lessons, so you know you can have an idea of what life could be like for you as a teacher. Everyone's teaching journey is individual and different, but just so you know what you're getting yourself in for and just so you know you're making the right investment for yourself. Yeah, so you do your application, you send it off, and you obviously wait for these providers to get back to you, which is easy, simple. It's literally a case of the waiting game. And during this time, there's an important thing that you need to do, which is your numeracy and literacy tests. Yeah, in order to become a teacher in the UK, you have to do your numeracy and your literacy test, and these are, they're not free, are they? Well, I paid for mine, but they changed the rules shortly after I applied. So before, in the past, you can only take these tests 3 times. If you fail them 3 times, then obviously you can never become a teacher until I think 2 years later. But now they're giving you unlimited tries, so you could go ahead, pay for your test and pass your numeracy and literacy test, because these are important and they want to see evidence of this once you actually enroll in a course. And yeah, so that's like another bit for you to think about, as well as getting my offer and selecting my offer. Let me just explain a bit about the course so you have a good idea of what I am doing. So my course, like I said, is a schools direct course. So whilst I am teaching in a school full time, I take 1 day out of the week to go and do training with my provider, and they give you all of this pedagogy, which is theory on teaching, and they have these really amazing speakers come in, and then they speak to you about behavior, how to manage behavior. They speak to you about how to deliver lessons, the curriculum, finding out like your style of teaching, really like important stuff that you need to know as a teacher. And at the same time, my provider's course is actually underwritten by a London university. So at the same time, whilst I am getting my PGCE, which is like a postgraduate diploma and certificate that you can carry with you for the rest of your life, they also give you 60 master's credits. So technically I would have done a third of a master's by the time I finish this year. So if I decide I want to go ahead and do my master's, which by God's grace I shall, I could literally just convert it and do the rest of the course nice and easily. I hope I haven't left anything out, but I'd much rather you guys ask me questions and I could give you more tailored answers on certain things. And also, if you have any questions about Teach First, still send them through. I have a Teach First trainee at my school, so I can also answer those kind of questions. I guess the only questions I can't answer are the ones to do with whether you want to be at a university or not, but that's pretty standard. If you go on the, like for example, if you go on UCL's website and you look at their postgraduate certificate of education, they'll give you a good outline of what to expect. And yeah, so like I said, I'm a teacher now. I don't know how often I'm going to be posting. I'm going to try to stick to my schedule, but guys, it's so hard. If you see the amount of books that I have to mark when I finish filming this video, oh, you guys will cry for me. So like I said, I'm gonna try and stick to doing this and bringing out more videos. If you liked this video and you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, you know where to find me on Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat, and my email, I will leave them somewhere here or in the description box where you can find. And don't forget to check out Asteria hair, because guys, like I didn't even straighten this side, and this side has been like this since Sunday. Come on, you know what you're spending your money on, because I've done tested it for you already, and this is 4 weeks. So 4 weeks, yeah. So I will see you guys next time. Stay safe, stay blessed, and work hard. Bye.